Welcome back, everybody. It's your coverage of the D2CL. I am TobiWan, your host for the English live stream today as we go into our final game of the day. RoX going up against RoX. Already, RoX able to take a one-game lead here in this two-game series. How will RoX be able to kick back? Will it be with some dunking action? Well, we're going to find out together. Into the draft we go. We will have RoX over on the Dire side, RoX over on the Radiant side for this matchup. And we start off into our bans. This time around, with no surprise whatsoever, the Invoker shall be removed from the pool. I don't think anyone really massively wants to play up against Solo's Invoker, even though in that game, it was very, very different. Obviously, it was BZZ's Invoker in the last game. It was a little bit more passive. It was a little bit just more like, I'm here for the laning. But it was when you started combining up this Sunstrike with the Catcher, and then later on, the Veil of Discord, we saw that hit on the Ancient Apparition at one point. That just hurts like hell. So, the easiest answer, remove him. Batrider also take it out as well. They are normally in this meta. I'm interested to see how it's going to change in our new meta when it arrives next week. But the fact that we have both Batrider and Invoker, normally they're the first two you try and get through. But what it lets slip through is the Dogs of War. RoX will get themselves the Lycan up against a Centaur and an SD. I'm interested to see right now what RoX are going to do. If they're going to go with their Axe. We're still missing the offlaner. So I said during the draft of game number 1, normally it's either Centaur or it's Axe. That's what RoX have basically been doing with their offlaners. As far as... actually, I'm going to double check and see what they've been doing of recent times with their offlaner. And the heroes, it is Axe Centaur, Axe ET, Centaur, Axe, Windranger, Axe, Elder Spirit, Ember Spirit? Wait, was he playing that one for? That was before he joined RoX. That was as a stand-in. That was, Ember Spirit and Nyx Assassin kind of slipped their way through. But yeah, 3 heroes with an extra rank, 2 heroes really with 2 other randoms, ET and Windranger thrown in. Must have been because either Axe and Centaur were both banned up. But RoX, they do go now in with the Axe pickup. So we get our Lycan and Axe together. And we're going to be watching for some dunking. They do still ban the Dazzle. It was funny when RoX started playing with this Axe kind of offlane, I'm not going to say core, just an offlane lineup with the Axe. They turned it into, we don't care if you have Dazzle, we don't care if you have Heal or stuff like that. We just throw the Axe in there and he just dunks you all. That was the goal right then. And then, the second you find, a range group, it's also, boom, knock that one down. Axe is just looking to kill off anybody, get that high movement speed, run around, after he took the Aghanim Scepter, of course, and just keep going around killing off whoever he can possibly find. And while he does that, then Lycan has a lot more space to move around, too. So, RoX are off to a very nice start with their lineup. RoX, again, is very much a lot of the same, but their combinations are very, very different. We could see the Mirana pickup now coming out even from RoX, and I kind of would like to see that, just an aggro tri-lane from then. Living Armor, Dazzle, they're removing all that kind of jazz. I almost want to see Ancient Apparition and Mirana coming up here from RoX, and they go aggro tri. Leave the Centaur on the bottom lane to battle up against the Axe. Shut down any form of farm for the Lycan, because obviously RoX are over on the Dire side, which means they've got easy access to Roshan. So you've got to make sure the timing of the Vladimirs as well as the Medallion are just a little bit slower, because that's going to buy you time for your Mirana to find that extra farm that she requires. And I'm saying farm, not levels, because I'm also suggesting she should be part of for the aggro try, which means levels are already going to be rather weak. But let Centaur get to his Blink Dagger, and that's when they can switch around. Then Centaur can go for the roam, and Mirana can switch into the safe lane and just try and find that high level of farm, bring up the extra, as we saw in the last game, where you want phase boots, you want Ring of Aquila, you want drums to try and go fighting. In the early stages, you just rely on your utility players to make sure you can get the damage out, which means Leshrac, it means Lina, it means something that will combine up here. I almost wouldn't mind this game being one of those Chikiro games. Ooh, Ancient Apparition blocked. There goes the tri-lane I was looking for from RoX. Would have been great DPS. But it's also very dangerous to pick up an Ancient Apparition here for RoX. While giving Chilling Touch is going to be a magical thing, they've got the problem that if Ancient Apparition is the one that gets caught out, he's in trouble. And actually, because it's Ancient Apparition, he doesn't have a control over the Centaur. There's no way Ancient Apparition will be able to zone out a Centaur. So RoX, in fact, switch things up. And what I was kind of hoping would be an aggro, try to keep the Lycan out, turns into a bottom lane pressure house. So with SD, Chen, and Mirana, it should be enough to kill off the offlane Axe. Almost to a point where I'm wondering if RoX need to keep an extra support hero down there. They could do Lich as well as Axe together, and then run the Lycan AA safe lane. That'll be enough to deal with the Centaur, do some easy pulling. Centaur will come over and probably still leech out a lot of experience, but by having at least the dual lane on bottom, they're always going to keep some kind of extra presence on that bottom lane. I'm talking about RoX as well, so the SD's rotation would also be limited, which means RoX get a little bit more free space coming into the mid. But, yeah. Queen of Pain comes off from RoX. Not a hero which is normally played these days. A lot of people kind of just, well, forgot about her. No one seems to like it that much anymore. But seems RoX want to give her a shot. And give Axe a go as well. Nice burst damage. Easy way, well, not say easy way, but a fun way to chase after the Mirana. Burst damage time is going to be interesting to see how it works with the Chen. If he's able to get the mech as well as the Hand of God off.
Reserve time.
And now our final band's coming out from RoX. First, they want to still take out the Lich. I know it pushes into some very, very passive support heroes in comparison to RoX, which is like SD and Chen, like they're wonderful aggressive heroes. They may be considering the Rubik ban as well, because RoX would then have some level of control. Like Rubik and Bane, Bane's already taken out actually, so that's fine. But yeah, RoX are really missing out some big controllers. Disruptor would have been a nice selection, but not really. Okay, RoX could have just gone for it anyway. I think RoX can just win this on the lanes, go into Roshan, then win this in the early mid game. Just depends on how long they want to wait for this and how long they think they have to wait for this.
10 seconds remaining.
As far as Drake goes, he just needs to ban out one hero in the middle lane. Might almost be worth taking out. Oh, would you take out the SF in this game? Takes out the Darkseer. So assumes that Mirana's going to be played in the middle lane here by RoX. I'm not feeling that in this game. In fact, in this game, I'm almost feeling... I don't want to say OD. He's sitting on the edge of my mind right now. And the only reason I'm thinking that is because you can make a lot of space. Axe jumps in, you just like pull him out. And there's no silences as such apart from like a possible Orchid that could slow you down.
10 seconds remaining.
I am interested to see what BZZ wants to do with this mid-solo. Because a lot of their normal mid-solos are already taken out.
Reserve time.
Well, you take out Ember, you take out Puck, you take out Invoker. You've taken out 3 of Solo's core heroes. So they have to go something else, and we actually do get ourselves the offlaner, so it will be Solo Mirana in this game. And then Nature's Prophet is going to be the final one. So that one gets to go to the offlane for RoX. Wait, offlane? Wait, what? No. You've already got the Centaur. Unless you're going to try and run Centaur in the middle lane up against the Queen of Pain. RoX could try and switch it up themselves. The Axe offlane, they can push the Lycan towards the mid if they feel there's going to be a mid-solo from something else in the mid.
5 seconds remaining.
Enigma's the last one from RoX. There's that control at least and allows RoX not to have to go like aggro try, and they still get their experience they're searching for as well as money. It just comes out the jungle as opposed to controlling it inside the lane. So I can still be down for this. Just a different way of approaching the game. But looks like we got everyone back inside the game. Hello, Windex. Welcome back to the match, RoX. We get ourselves into this one. So this is our last game of the night. Just a reminder too, our VODs will be posted over on our Dailymotion live channel. You will be able to check that out, dailymotion.com/join Dota. All the VODs from the previous season of D2CL is also available over there. And we publish everything 48 hours later over on our YouTube/join Dota channel. So you can find that there too. And of course, we've got great action coming up all week long. In fact, the next 2 weeks is completely packed. There's every single day a stream coming out from Join Dota. So, a lot of fun to be had. But, why can a game never just start? But then again, it gives us time to look at her. Not that one. That one. Wait. How's this supposed to work? It's like she's in the fetal position in the middle air. But I need to click on a different hero so I can get the angle right. Perspective camera work. There you go. Now, explain to me what has happened to this Queen of Pain. Something just doesn't look 100% right. Oh, Quap. Fallen from the sky. Okay, that's probably the better angle for the team. So, welcome everybody to RoX Dota, where fetal positions are created by Queens of Pain. And everyone's standing just looking like bosses over here on the Radiant side. Wonderful pushing combination coming out from them. The only, actually no, they got jumping initiation, they've got control initiation, they've got counter initiation. As far as all that goes, I don't think there's really any major problem coming out here from RoX. Like, they've got a good heal, they've got survivability. If you're looking for like a list of things to tick when you come out of your draft, I'm pretty sure every box will be ticked here by RoX. While you look over towards Relax's lineup, pushing power, initiation, counter initiation, maybe not as great, but their ulti combos is wonderful. If that Enigma gets a good haul off with the A ulti on top of all of that, and then Axe can just jump in after, get a couple of spins. Sonic Wave and Scream, that's already a huge amount of area of effect damage. It just means they've got to keep RoX in close. And you try and do that up against a Leaping Mirana, an SD Disruption, a Centaur Ultimate, Prophet TPing himself around, and then Chen making sure people actually have time to do all of that by throwing out Hand of God as well as the Mech Charge. So with all of this combined together, yeah. Reliance are going to have a lot harder time trying to get their combo to work. But it's good to see now that at least they're ready to rock and rumble. So Crazy can fall from the sky finally. It's just... I might jump back in there again. Just to see her come down. I just want to see her drop. Still find that really weird they spawn in mid-air and then hit the ground. The little things, people. It's the little things that entertain. Alright, so they're good to go now. And watch her fall. Instantly down! She could be a ballerina. With that plant at the end. Olympic gymnast. I present you Queen of Pain. She kind of cheats though because she can manipulate air currents. But yeah, let's get ourselves out. So 5-man movement. Again, we see an Ancient Apparition having a free ticket to go into the enemy jungle. But RoX, they're waiting for the rotation back up to top lane. But more importantly, they're going to be looking for that Enigma. I don't know how quickly they're going to find him though. And the other reason I say that is because normally Enigma will grab a creep from somewhere up in here. Go back, regenerate up, let the conversion run out, and then go into his jungle. Well, they're coming up very, very high. Putting some slightly more unconventional wards in there to block up the camps. I say slightly. Like, you could be... Most of the time you'd look up here on the cliff or smack bang in the middle. Well, they're waiting on two different sides so they can see the approach, and they're going to see Crazy to start with. So this division of the Radiant side, yep, they see the Queen of Pain moving, and now she's very apprehensive about this. But Lycan's also there. The Hoofstomp's just waiting for it. Disruption, they'll have to go down the hill. Arrow too early! The arrow was way too early! If that connected, it would have been a follow-up Hoofstomp. And maybe RoX would be already at first blood. But just a little bit too early on the arrow from Solo. So they break off into their lanes. Yol will be the top lane SD. Babysitting the Nature's Prophet. Seedoy, or at least maybe you'll be babysitting BZZ at the start. Centaur in the mid up against Crazy. So they are going to try and attempt this with SD to try and zone out the Quap, which early on is going to happen. Quap didn't go for the bottle rush, which means Yol just straight up DPS with that DD rune. And on bottom lane, Solo goes up against the Axe. So he keeps his distance away from Axe and actually causes something nice to happen for him. Every time Axe does get that spin off, it actually ends up helping Solo because it pushes the creep wave down just that little bit further and pushes Axe into a position where he can get ganked up by the Chen. So Axe has to be very cautious. He does, however, have this beautiful ward. Now, what makes this ward so nice, we actually have to... I gotta keep my eyes on this middle lane at the same time. The DD's gonna wear off, so it's okay. But the beauty about this ward is it doesn't block this camp, and it doesn't block this camp. But it lets you see what happens from both. So you now know that Gold Black is moving over with the troll. It just tries to pull the creep wave up a little bit further with the aggro switching. But he knows he has to back up further and see what the hell is happening. So we just cast a sight line over to see where Gold Black's coming from. But this is also the downside about this ward. If you put a ward a little bit like further up here, you would see Rune and you'd see Gold Black coming. But the warning systems would probably just be a little bit too late. And that was the problem for RoX. He only had one ward to place. Meanwhile, Enigma, okay. I thought unconventional ward because I thought, wow, that's a new one that may work. It's actually too far away. I saw Enigma just walking away with convergence there. So that camp is actually spawning. Well, that's a waste, an observer ward. Doesn't give any kind of vision because it's locked inside the tree line. Ancient Apparition just going to deny the haste rune. Yeah, the Wild Wings are spawning up. That ward's too far away. Well, that's going to be very annoying for RoX, but then again, they don't know. It's wonderful for Relax. They don't have to waste all their sentry wards they had over on Enigma. He's still got one left. It also means he's moving through his farming very, very quickly. Already 12 for 0. We got 12 for 3 over on the Lycan. Up against the 7 for 1, which is the Treant. They just profit up on the top lane. Sorry, not the Treant. I'm like, what are you supposed to do? Okay, when you bring the Wolves in range of the tier 1 tower, that works out a little bit better for you. But like Centaur in the middle lane, he's 9 for 4 up against the Corpus 2 for 2. So this is nice. Catcher, Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, and they have enough damage. For a moment, looks like they might come up a little bit short, but works out in the end. Dread's also now moved himself down the bottom lane. He's trying to give some kind of range harassment to push Solo out of this. Chilling Touch is the only way he can do it. He doesn't have enough damage, really. I think finally Axe got really sick of just getting hit time and time again. It's very few times you see this Axe go with 1 point up early in Battle Hunger, especially an Axe from Relax. These guys like to prefer to go into the call. Now there can actually be 2 kills in the bottom lane if RoX play their cards right. Now they're smoked up and they come in from the side. The Hellbear's there, they disrupt over, and they know the one they want. They want the Axe. This time the arrow will be able to connect. Yol, oh, he's dropping down low, but Dread overextended just a little bit too far to try and find that kill. I don't know if there's enough physical DPS to bring down Dread, and there's not. Or at least not enough tarmac left. The runway ended by the time they hit the tier 1 tower. But they do kill off the Axe. Axe spent most of his money by the death, by the looks of it. And he's already running back down south. 4-minute rune check. And it's going to be up on top DD. Seedoy as well as the Lycan. Fun situation for him to be in up against Seedoy. Slapping up the CS on this top lane, giving himself that bonus damage. And he knows at some point, too, he's going to have the extra support coming in there from Windex, who's now up at level 5.5, running Soul Ring. He's just moving through this jungle so quickly. Also like that quick movement coming out from his conversions, dragged him back almost a second he could to make sure he didn't get clapped on the conversions. Only one of them took the damage, really. Which means he can just keep moving through this jungle at a very, very quick pace. Next BZZ gets an upside in that middle lane. 19 for 12, getting a lot of denies here in this middle lane up against the Queen of Pain. Quap really needs some help here. Like, really needs a lot more help. But she's at least keeping up with the levels of BZZ. So we've already got the good nukage coming out from her. I think she's almost happy to accept her fate. Like, it's 2 kills for RoX, but I'm still feeling the advantage is going the other way. Okay, it's up by 1,200 and the experience is starting to kick up. I really thought Enigma was pulling more out of the jungle than that, but I suppose I'm underestimating the fact that you've still got a Chen on the field. And we haven't really been seeing Goblak gank up anywhere apart from bottom lane. Now Seedoy bailing out, and more than enough damage coming out there from the Lycan to get a kill. SD's also not looking too healthy. BZZ's going to come over, trying to go on crazy. Can't blink yet, only at a screen, but the double edge will slice him up. Well, the 3 remaining heroes on top lane. Not looking too healthy. Where are we going for another one? Centaur triggers the ulti, but there's no blink dagger. There's no way to run after this unless he's trying to get SD out to safety. It's the only other thing you could be thinking of. Enigma's helping to force out this top lane. New army of trees being created up by Nature's Prophet, but when the conversions split themselves up, they have a lot more power to force out this top lane. So you see Cedo trying to focus and bring him down. Even Windex halfway through this fight is still denying him up. Nice little haste room for BZZ. Looks like he'll end up giving it over to the SD. And they're sending SD top. The pings came out almost instantly from the SD. He wants to have a crack up here, but it means they need to have TP support in order to do this. But they want to dive underneath a chilling, touched up Enigma and Ancient Apparition. I know A is not level 6 just yet, but you don't know where the support of the Lycan will come from.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
I suppose in one way it does make him fall back, and they never even came to bottom lane, which is where the tier 1 tower now gets denied off. So RoX get to claim the first landmark. But they got a long way to go. This Nature's Prophet 6-7 minutes in. Hand Mice are going to take him over 10 minutes to create at this rate. Unless they start finding easy kills. Suppose Disruption to counter with the Nature's Prophet ult. He could do some real work with an arrow as well. But that means they need to be able to hit over onto someone like Windex. This guy's farming up Ancients with just his conversions, because you can convert your conversions. I know the irony is kind of high, but it's one easy way to do Ancient stacks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now they can force out the bottom lane a little bit further. Doesn't need to go too far though. Obviously, you're going to see Crazy having himself a lot better time, able to farm up close towards his own tower, but the middle lane is a real problem. BZZ is still free farming up this Centaur, and what was missing last game, where the Blink Dagger took forever, it won't miss this time around. Now Cedoy, battle hungered up, the Chilling Touch will go, and the Centaur ulti will also trigger. Point of call from Axe wasn't able to go off in time, so they didn't keep Nature's Prophet in close enough. Which means when the Centaur ulti triggered, he was capable of running away. Enigma, best hero to have here in the mid lane now. Killay's conversions do most of the fighting. And that'll buy the space for Ice to go into the jungle and finish up his Blink Dagger. Then again, Windex doesn't want to hang around too long. It's like Solo is also rotated into the middle lane. And that Blink Dagger, well, the Courier is still back at base right now. In fact, it only just arrived there. So that Blink Dagger is still going to be another couple of seconds before it arrive at the middle lane. And again, the same can be said about Relax's heroes. They're missing completely.
Dire's middle tower.
Two of them just sitting inside the jungle. But Enigma will come back now. They're being pressured too hard in their tier 1 tower by Solo. Someone has to make some kind of movement for it. Well, up on top lane, Lycan is considering a decent push in. The Chilling Touch will go, just mopping up the back units. He's got to get this aggro off them primary Lycan. I know he's still got ultimate available, but dropping down low can still hurt. Tier 1 tower will drop in the middle lane in favor of the Mirage Disruption. Catcher, Troll Traps on the way in. The arrow's not going to hit on him as well. It's also missing over on the Enigma. Centaur had a little bit more fun up on that top lane, able to pick off the Ancient Apparition while that action was going on in mid. Goldblack is really not wanting to back down from this early positional advantage. Taking the tier 1 tower in bottom, now they're taking the tier 1 tower in mid, and they're looking to force in deeper towards the mid, and they're going to loop around, in fact, over on this Axe. He was spinning a hell of a lot, but with a quick sprout, Centaur stopped a little bit too far away. In fact, the calls also made the Centaur go AWOL. But it didn't go out on Shed, who drops the level 2 nuke. Got himself some good damage out of that one, too. And now it makes 5-1 in favor of RoX here in the D2CL. The experience advantage, though, it's still staying very, very close. I know we're only 10 minutes in, but there's also because Crazy's now getting complete free farm on the bottom lane. So with that extra space, maybe he could finally get into something which is worthwhile having. I don't know if he's going to be searching for Orchid, if he searches for extra damage. It might just be drums early on. Now a little bit of trouble for Lycan. Disruption. Well, the Wolves are going to start to beat into top of Yol. Hoof stomp up from BZZ, and there's no ulti out from the Lycan. The Centaur will throw his out. And Lycan realizes, well, actually, maybe he didn't realize it. He still triggered the ultimate. The ultimate of Lycan is now on cooldown. That's not the greatest thing to have happen to you. We got Yol backed into a corner. Chen's going to try and send him back. No, you just TP out. Realize he can die. Crazy going to come in. Nice call comes in from the Axe. Aeoldi's on the way in to try and help him out here. Hits on Cedoy. Quad Baldy as well. Crazy will lose his life, but Goldblack will also get dunked. The Axe finally comes into play. And he wants to keep getting attacked. And then again, if he waited just a microsecond longer, that hoof stomp would have connected. The double edge would have followed up. And the army of Chen may have actually done something more. Hoof stomp, troll traps, whatever. BZZ now being Malphite stunned up. They're going to use the Moonlight Shadow to try and protect BZZ. And rightly so. They can't just throw away their center on this top lane. Especially while Solo is using him as a distraction. Bottom lane tier 2 tower down to half life points. And now there's more support. Cedo brings his army of trees. Not the full army yet. In fact, he's also going to be a bit of a twat. Okay, he realized with the Queen of Pain coming in, there's not much reason for it. But he's trying to keep the creep wave away. Crazy. That's a lot of damage that can fly your way, man. Hand Midas, Midas. Cedo. Arrgh. Hand Midas remaining on cooldown for too long. Another arrow will attempt to fly up here. And, well, if Crazy hung a little bit more to the right of the screen just then, maybe he would have got hit. So Cedo jumps back. He'll use Midas on the bigger creep now, so at least he gets some high levels. It's the only other reason why you'd wait for it. It's when experience is more important than money, but even then, you still want to back up. He had to wait for his TP to come off cooldown. Ruben's coming in, going to see if they can try and find the Lycan. Look where he's farming, though. Really tight corner, but they're going to find him. Disruption. She goes over here on the axe, and then the runaway. Hoof stomp in. Double edge slices the axe up. Lycan will trigger off the Ollie. Goblek, no, he's got send back available. But he's already triggered off the mech for his team. Troll traps keep him up. Centaur stomp. Lycan again has to remain in position, and the shapeshift form is starting to wear off. I'm not going to say they're going to turn and fight into this, especially now with a nice ward being planted down there by Dreads. They'll see if RoX ever have an intention of coming aggressively into their jungle. Or at least from the river angle. Arrowfish. Arrowfish. Go fish. Have you got 2 twos? 2 twos. I think we're at least finishes up his mech now. Probably realizing that a Blink Dagger's not really going to help you in this game. While the initiation might be nice, there's just too many things that can throw a spanner in the works. AL is going to fly up. Only connects on Cedoy. And he doesn't really care. He's still got all of his DPS, which means just bring down the tower. TP is on the way in, and that one's going to be coming in from the axe. No Blink Dagger still on this guy, but he's just looking for the farm by the looks of it. But with the Moonlight Shadow, again, RoX is able to back up. There is a sentry ward right on top of where they're holding up, though. But it doesn't matter, because again, Solo, Goldblack, and now Cedoy. They all move in towards the mid lane. Hadamidas. Currently on cooldown. But yeah, they'll attack onto this tier 2 tower in the middle lane. And because all the support came in from Relax towards the top tower, they've got to go for the tower trade. Fortification's trying to stall them up. The Aeoli with a quad. Oh, wow, that may even be enough. Sonic Wave it up. The Prophet's trying to storm down the top. Goldblack won't shatter. Hand of God will trigger up. And they survive. So the tier 2 tower in the middle lane goes the way of RoX. They just profit able to get the last hit in that one. And the tier 1 tower in the top lane is not lost for RoX. A ulti and Sonic Wave back on a cooldown. Sonic Wave, the more critical one of those two, considering the duration of her cooldown. And more money just keeps getting pummeled into RoX. They've taken almost every out of town. There's only one remaining, the tier 2 tower in the top lane. So you put all that money into RoX, while Relax is sitting there going, well, we're missing out now bonus money. Why is that the case? Solo, oh, Sting will fly, but he leaps away and evades it. The Scream will also connect as well as the AA ulti, but with that leap away, Solo's going to be fine. In fact, Goldback will just make sure he stays alive, sends him back to base. We get our first Maelstrom, but it's over on Nature's Prophet of all players. Not the person I was thinking would buy it in this game, but I'm not going to say it's a bad item. If you're looking for a fast push, that's the way to do it. At the same time, Arrow flies up, Lycan runs far enough off the side. He's also using his buff as cover fire. And there's a Blink Dagger now over also on Axe, so got a feeling he's going to want to have a crack here at the bottom lane. In fact, not a feeling, certain of it. Unfortunately, though, the creep wave's coming in, and he doesn't want to have to reveal off his Blink Dagger just yet. But one thing that will be revealed, Observer Ward, the army of Chen as well as BZZ are moving down south. So Axe has the choice right now. All those skeleton minions, he jumps him. He's got to spin more than this. The Scream, the A ult is in the way, a little bit deeper. Meg Charge has already gone off. Ancient Apparition actually dying halfway through all of this. Purge on Axe is trying to keep him out of the fight. It's going to be an absolute clusterfuck here on the bottom rune area. The Chen Nuke finally brings down the Enigma. Relax, they've lost 3. The Axe just could never find some space, and now Centaur, he found it perfectly. Double edging on Crazy. The arrow comes in for the last hit, secures the kill, and Lycan is backing up. It is 12 for 3. And RoX gets enter the base to go in for Roshan, enter the pit to go in for Roshan. Perfectly executed fight. Axe was definitely confident to go for that. Jumping in. If he had the skeleton minions around him, maybe the chances would be a lot higher to get a lot more spins. But the fact like AA gets picked off, or BCC, be careful, man. He can't get out. He's trapped in with the rest of his teammates. But they'll survive. AOC model will be given over to Solo. And already Nature's Prophet's trying to have a crack at Dread. His DPS is almost enough if he can keep those trees blocking him in. And, well, one more attack! Ah, the little trees got him. Axe looking for revenge. Blink, gets the call off, and then dunks him down. Solo's on the run out here as well. So Nature's Prophet, just overconfidence coming in on the Ancient Apparition. They had to realize Relax was coming back to life again. So they had to back themselves up. And at the same time, when you're in a position like Roskis is, you just want to have yourself a little bit of fun. You're 12,000 gold in front, your experience has just skyrocketed, and you're about to probably even get Lycan down while he's still inside of his ultimate form. If that arrow can connect, only for a short second. Couriers, yo, you should not be here, Courier. He's backing out of here. There's Centaur, finally getting the split off on him. And that ball not looking too healthy. He didn't have movement speed, but he was trying to deliver items on the front lines. Crazy is hoping to have a crack at Gold Black. Prophet ulti comes in. He's already used his stick charges, and now Prophet also arrives. Attacks down. He's in the tree line. They saw him go down. Now also with the summoning of trees. Blink in 1 second time. Another sprout to come up. Just gets the extra vision. Another blink down. Poised up to one side. Crazy. He's gone completely off, well, I'm going to say off the map. He's going to blink into the tree line and get himself out to safety, so he's okay. Yol's poison was in the perfect position too, but it's just a little bit too late. I'm 14-4 on the board now. Centaur's getting fatter. Vitality booster. He's got enough to also pick up his Reaver. So soon there's going to be a hard over on this Centaur. And there's no DPS from Relax that can get through him. Lycan's trying to get into those Necrobook high levels, but he's taking some sweet time to get there. And no medallion over on him, which means there's been no quick Roshans to blink into a disruption. All right. I think BCC was considering going in there, but then there's some kind of scream came back towards Yol saying, what the you think you're doing? Get your ass out of there. Crazy jumping in. Gonna find Seedoy. In fact, gets a cop from the lightning. Second he arrives, just to bounce off the spill from the jungling. Up on top lane, Solo's trying to run away from Axe. It's like Ancient Apparition ulti as well as the Battle Hunger is going to work, but Seedoy also comes in. Only a very short sprout. Does have the ulti available, but never actually throw it. So what has he got on him? Is he going straight in for it? Yeah, he is. Straight from the Mjolnir. In fact, the Courier's already got the Hyperstone. Looks like it was sending it down south. Dread. Center ult is going to allow Goldblatt to keep up with him. He just runs him down. It's like a lawnmower. Crazy. Ulti disruption timing from SD. And then blinks. Wait, whoa. No. No, he's not escaping from that one, but he did force Crazy into the tree line. The blink out is coming, and Centaur, he's waiting for the right moment to jump in. Windex as well as Lycan. They're coming out. Blind blink, Centaur, Hoof Stomp. He gets on Lycan, and now Lycan has no way out of here. Prof, he's got a sprout in the line, and he got him too. Lycan Quelling Blade, he couldn't cut through the line, and now they also get the Hestra Coldboard to come in. Nice speed movement. The full Mjolnir over on Nature's Prophet as well. The AOL is hoping it's going to get the hit on Seedoy. That's not going to happen. In fact, they just put the Disco on BZZ. Push him up bottom lane. He can take the next creep wave, and that'll be the full heart then completed over on this Centaur. Leading so far. I'm trying to think about how Reliance can come back from this. And the only way is really just relying on Axe to have one of the perfect initiations ever. Like a double creep wave to make sure he gets a chance just to spin and dish out a huge crap amount of damage. Holds him there. And Enigma then follows up with his. Able just to black hole him up and let Axe go like 1 dunk, 2 dunk, 3 dunk, 4 dunk, 5 dunk kind of thing. While Quap makes sure they're low with her Scream and Sonic Wave. Ancient Apparition does the same kind of thing with the AA Blast. Like, that's one way you could try and do it. That's their combo. That's why I said, like, at the very, very start of this draft, their combo is wonderful, but so insanely difficult to get off. So until they can get it, they don't have anything. And getting through now a full heart on a Centaur, even all your burst damage you've got, you're required to kill off everyone else in the RoX lineup before you can get that kill. ulti, short. Seedoy turns to try and fight this one. He knows he's going to die anyway, so he pops off the Hand of God, and he just man-fights it. Dread, one attack, and he actually got him on the lightning bounce! Prophet gets both the kills before he dies, so Relax would even get the experience. They'll get some revenge, but it's showing the Blink Dagger for the first time over on this Enigma, and all they get is the SD. The Nature's Prophet is only worth the money. This is not Relax's day. These are the guys that, like, okay, they started up against VP with a win. That's great. But RoX are just playing a really solid draft all the way through it. And Relax are falling over right now. They need something more. Finally, they're going to get something. The final remaining out of Tier 1 tower does drop down, which means we have our almost level 3 Necro books over on the Lycan. Needs a little bit more space and time to farm up. Looks like Goldblade doesn't want to give it. Minions up towards the high ground. Just wanting to trigger off and saying they're being attacked, and Dread sliced. And then Chen nukes him down. But Chen also now in trouble. The nice jump out. He needs more spins. Now comes off the mech. Hand of God not available. Enigma couldn't get close enough for the black hole. Now he's going to find two. He actually only managed to catch Seedoy, but Disruption. Centaur jumps in through the rear. Didn't get the perfect stop off on Enigma, but it doesn't matter anyway. SD did what they needed to do. The Seax going to die on the sidelines here. Blinks away, maybe not. The Starfall drops down. Ancient Apparition ball back to be part of this fight. Missing up the hill. That one though, and the arrow. Well, Shadow Demon's Poison does the work. Prophet only bouncing through. This is basically a yeah. They will take the mid-racks. They can rotate down towards the bottom as well. And with that Desolator already over on solo, they just rip through everything. Jumping on Crazy. Couldn't get the double edge off. Thought Crazy was a little bit further north by the looks of it for BZZ. Enigma's up. There's no hole, however, so they don't have to fear anything from him. A Maleficus and maybe Midnight Pulse. Like the Midnight Pulse level 3, that does actually hurt on Centaur, but when you do that, don't have to worry about it anymore. And BZZ can just keep tanking up. He's regenerating at 62.8 life points a second. Ancient Apparition is going to try and put a stopper on that, but he's far enough off to the side, he doesn't even get hit by the AA ulti flying over the top of him. And he's still got Mjolnir, so the second anyone from Relax tries to initiate on him, they basically die. Axe comes in, Quap, nice ulti, follow-up dunk, Seedoy's low on life too, they're able to get the extra spins off, but Solo is still up, and there's the GG call. They can't shout the Queen of Pain on the way out. Lycan's back up, but that is all she wrote, peoples, that is all she wrote. GG will come out, and RoX will take the victory 2-0. So as far as the Group B goes, for the D2CL, we have ourselves a tie for first position with the two Russians sitting up there. It is RoX as well as Relax sitting in number 1 position. The top position at this point will go to RoX though, mainly because they don't have the extra loss to their name. A 2-0 result is all we've gotten so far. We had that as well through the first matches earlier. But yeah, that's a whole different story, which we won't get into. For now, thanks for watching, peoples. We're going to have ourselves a very long break, overnight, in fact. But we will be back for more action right here on this live stream. Coming up tomorrow, the first game will begin at 20 CEST. In fact, the one and only game again tomorrow. The retry going up against NextKZ will be streamed out then. But we've got a lot more action coming out on the Join Dota networks. We have the ESL. The first team to qualify for Frankfurt is tomorrow. So we have that final coming up at 19 CEST with the tiebreakers beginning at 17:30, and the Join Dota League final is going to be kicking in, EG versus Liquid, tomorrow night at 22 CEST. So great games all around the board for you to watch, and of course even more action coming up every single day for the D2CL, as well as all the other stuff Join Dota are doing. So check out joindota.com for all the details for that one. In the meantime, thanks for watching, peoples, and I'll catch you next time here on the live stream.